There is a moment that happens every single day in millions of homes around the world. You walk through your front door, tired, distracted, maybe not even thinking about much, and your dog loses their mind with joy. Tail spinning, body wiggling, eyes locked on you like you just returned from a 10-year journey. You probably smile and think, they are just happy to see me. But here is what nobody tells you. What is happening in that moment goes so much deeper than happiness. It goes deeper than loyalty. It reaches into something ancient, something biological, something that took thousands of years to build, and it is happening inside your dog every single time they look at your face. Because here is the truth that will change the way you see your dog forever: your dog does not look at you and see a human being. They do not see an owner. They do not even see their favorite person, at least not in the way we use that word. They see something their entire biology was shaped to find. And once you understand what that actually means, you will never look at your dog the same way again. For a long time, people assumed dogs saw us the way cats see their owners, basically as a larger, slightly strange version of themselves. A big creature that fills the food bowl and opens doors. Nothing more profound than that. But dogs are not cats. And the difference goes far beyond personality. Over roughly 15,000 years of living alongside human beings, dogs underwent something extraordinary. They did not just learn our habits or adapt to our schedules. At a genetic level, across hundreds of generations, they evolved an entirely separate set of social behaviors designed specifically, exclusively, for us. Scientists who study animal cognition have found that dogs possess an ability to read human social signals that no other animal on the planet can match. Not wolves. Not chimpanzees. Not any creature that shares far more DNA with us than a dog does. When you point at something, your dog follows your finger to the object. It sounds simple. It is not. Chimpanzees, our closest biological relatives, consistently fail this test. A wolf raised by humans from birth fails this test. Your dog does not even have to think about it, they just look where you point, because somewhere in their evolution, understanding human intention became hardwired into who they are. So when your dog looks at you, they are not seeing just a body in the room. They are reading you, your posture, your energy, the direction of your gaze, with a depth of attention that most humans never give another person. Think about the moment you pick up your keys. Before you have said a single word. Before you have reached for your jacket or walked toward the door. Your dog already knows. Their ears shift. Their body tenses slightly. Some dogs begin to pace. Some position themselves by the front door and simply wait, long after the sound of your car has disappeared down the street. For years this was filed away under separation anxiety and not examined much further. But researchers began asking a different question, not what dogs do when we leave, but what is actually happening inside them during those hours alone. What they found is difficult to sit with if you love your dog. Within minutes of an owner leaving, a dog's stress hormones rise measurably. Their heart rate increases. Their body enters a low-level state of alert that does not fully resolve until their person returns. Studies that monitored dogs over full days alone showed that this physiological tension can persist for hours, not because the dog is being dramatic, but because for them, your absence registers as something genuinely significant. But here is the part that stops people completely. When researchers played a recording of the owner's voice to dogs left alone, just a recording, no physical presence, the stress response dropped almost immediately. Not at the sound of any human voice. Not at the voice of someone familiar. Specifically, only at the sound of their own person. Your scent produces the same effect. A study out of Emory University scanned the brains of dogs as they were exposed to different scents, other dogs, strangers, familiar humans, and their owners. Only one scent activated the reward center of the brain, the region associated with pleasure, positive anticipation, and emotional connection. That scent was yours. Not food. Not another dog they love. You. Your dog is not simply waiting for you to come home. Every hour you are gone, they are holding on to you in every biological way available to them, through scent memory, through sound recognition, through a nervous system that genuinely does not fully settle until you walk back through that door. Here is something that took scientists by surprise. When humans look at another person's face, our eyes naturally move to the left side first. It is called the left gaze bias, and it happens because the right hemisphere of the human brain, the side that processes emotion, controls the left side of the face. Over thousands of years, we evolved to read emotion there instinctively. Dogs do the exact same thing. But only with human faces. When researchers showed dogs photographs of human faces, dog faces, and random objects, the dogs consistently demonstrated a left gaze bias for human faces only. Not for other dogs. Not for anything else. Somewhere in their evolution, they developed a specifically human-directed way of scanning for emotion, a technique they did not need to learn because they were born with it. This is why your dog often knows something is wrong before you have said a single word. Before you have cried. Before you have changed your posture or made a sound. They have already read it in the micro-expressions moving across your face, processed it through a brain that spent 15,000 years learning to pay attention to people like you, and made a quiet decision to come and sit beside you. They did not guess. They knew. Most people read a wagging tail as simply a happy signal. The science tells a more specific story. It turns out that the direction of the wag carries distinct emotional meaning. When a dog feels genuinely positive, when they see their person come home, when they encounter someone they trust, the tail wag shifts toward the right side. More movement on the right than the left. When a dog feels uncertain, anxious, or on alert around a stranger, the wag shifts left. What makes this remarkable is that other dogs can read these signals automatically. Researchers in Italy found that when dogs watched video footage of other dogs wagging right, they remained relaxed and calm. When shown footage of dogs wagging left, their own heart rates rose. Their bodies responded to a signal they had never been taught to interpret, because they did not need to be taught. They were born fluent in it. Your dog has been speaking to you in this language every single day. The height of the wag, the direction, the speed, all of it carries meaning. All of it is communication. They have been talking. They have simply been waiting for someone to listen. In 2015, a study published in the journal Science made headlines across the world. Researchers discovered that when dogs and their owners looked into each other's eyes, both species showed a significant rise in oxytocin, the bonding hormone. The same chemical that surges between a mother and her newborn child in those first wordless moments after birth. Let that settle for a moment. Your dog looks at you, and their brain releases the same chemistry that humans use to bond with their babies. And when you look back, yours does too. This is not sentiment. This is not dog owners imagining feelings that are not there. This is a documented biological loop, a feedback cycle of attachment that your dog activates simply by meeting your eyes. This is what 15,000 years of evolution was quietly building toward. Not a pet. Not a companion in the casual sense of the word. A creature that is neurochemically bound to you. A creature whose reward system lights up at your scent. Whose stress eases at the sound of your voice. Whose eyes evolved a special technique just to read your face. Your dog does not see a human when they look at you. They do not see an owner, a caretaker, or even a friend, not the way we use that word. They see the one presence their entire biology was built to find. They see you. And to them, that is not just enough. To them, that is everything. If this changed the way you see your dog today, hit subscribe. Because Remy and Raffaloo are just getting started.